Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope you had a good weekend. Today we're going to read a book and sing a song. This one's called Carmela Full of Wishes, a very cool book that I picked up in the bookstore last fall. So, first thing we got to do is say, hello, special care. How are you today? Hello everybody, how are you? It's nice to see you here today. Hello at home, how are you? It's nice to see you here today. And hello at school, how are you? It's nice to see you here today. Okay, so we're gonna start off by doing some solfege. And if you have been at school, then you know exactly what I'm doing. We're going to reach down to low, do, and we're going to start with our toes, but we're naming the body parts first, like this. Reach down, toes. We're starting with toes. Toes, legs, knees, hips, tummy, shoulders, ears, head. Go back down. Head, ears, shoulders, tummy, hips, knees, legs, toes. Now we're going to do solfege note names. Can you do it? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Ready? Do. That's low do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. That's it. A little solfege practice. It never hurts. Okay, let's read this book. First, let's look at the cover with the jacket. Carmela Full of Wishes, written by Matt de la Peña and illustrated by Christian Robinson. And here I'll show you their pictures. Matt there wrote the words, and Christian here drew all the pictures. A very, very cool book. Now I like to take the book jacket off so that I can hold the book very nicely, and then we can read the story. Look at this. Look at all those people working. All those people are picking vegetables and fruits. They're working hard. That's hard work. Now, Carmela Full of Wishes. Let's see what happens. Carmela scootered along the uneven dirt path, watching men stoop to work with their hands, her birthday bracelets jingling and jangling. The thick greenhouse air smelled of marigolds and overturned earth and fresh manure. Carmela knew exactly what manure was, but she didn't want to think about that. Not today. Today, she awoke to candles in her pancakes, and her mom sang happy birthday to you and told her, go on, mija, make a wish. But Carmela's wish had already come true. She was finally old enough to go with her big brother. Look at her birthday. They're celebrating. And she gets to follow her brother today. It's a big deal. Carmela followed as her brother cut back onto the street at Freedom Boulevard, past the crowded bus stop and fenced-off repair shop, past the old folks' home where two hunched old women waved smiles, past the huge home improvement store where her dad used to stand around weekend mornings waiting for work. And Carmela tried to make small talk with her brother as their metal cart rattled, but her brother didn't make small talk back. He didn't want her tagging along. Too bad, she told him with her glare. Oh, does her brother want her to go? He doesn't want his little sister with him. Just outside the laundromat, she picked a lone dandelion growing along the concrete weeds. She pulled a breath and leaned towards the fuzzy white bulb, But just before she could blow, her brother butted in. Did you even make a wish? You're supposed to make a wish. Everyone knows that. Of course I made a wish, she told him, but it was a lie. Carmela didn't know that. Carmela helped her brother sort colors one-handed, helped him load the washers one at a time. While their clothes spun, her imagination turned, each new thought ushered in by a jingle of bracelets. Her brother found the sound annoying and shot her a dirty look. Too bad, she told him with her glare. Look at her trying to be helpful. But her brother does not want her help. She jingled her bracelets as she rode up to Miss Maria's vegetable stand, imagining a machine built into her bedroom wall and one that would spit out anything she could think of, but mostly candies. Do you think she'll wish for a candy machine? I don't know. She jingled her bracelets in line at the locksmith shop, imagining her mom sleeping in one of those fancy hotel beds she spent all day making for fancy guests. Or she'll wish for her mom to have a fancy bed. Carmela jingled her bracelets at the bodega down the block from their old apartment building, imagining her dad getting his papers fixed so he could finally be home. Maybe she will wish for her dad to come home. I don't know. She jingled her bracelets outside the pharmacy, eyeing the shiny new bikes in the window. Her brother stopped in his tracks. Why do you have to be so annoying? She thrummed her bracelets at him and said, it's a free country. The only time she didn't reach for her bracelets was when her brother ducked into his friend's house. Carmela slumped down on the curb, silently imagining all the things she could turn him into. The slimy pink tail of a rat or a cockroach scurrying away from the light. A wheelbarrow full of manure left in the sun. She stared down at the dandelion in her hand. It seemed so important, now that she knew it was a place to put her wishes. What if she made the wrong choice? Carmela tried to hop a curb on the long trip home, but the tire caught and her handlebars twisted and she went crashing to the concrete. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. But then she saw her dandelion crushed beside the drain. She looked up at her big brother with warm tears rolling down her cheeks. He lifted up her scooter. Are you okay? She shook her head and pointed. My wish. How does she feel? Yeah, she feels so sad. Maybe her brother will be nice to her now. Let's see. Her brother took her by the arm and led her back up the block, past the laundromat and the flea market, past the greenhouses and the smell of manure, past the overgrown park and across the train tracks. He didn't stop until they made it to an abandoned farmhouse near a cliff overlooking the sea. Close your eyes, he said. Carmela closed them. Now make a wish, he said. Carmela listened to the ocean's hum in the distance. She listened to the squawking birds. She listened to the wind whistling past her ears. Where did he take her? Then she opened her eyes. Carmela saw hundreds of tiny white spores lifting into the air, floating out towards the far-off surf. The sky was full of wishes. Look where he took her. That's so nice. That's so cool. Let's go, her brother said. Well, don't you want to know my wish? She asked. He shook his head. If you tell, it won't come true. She looked back one last time, then took off her bracelets and followed her brother home. How nice. At the end of the story, her brother chose to be very nice to her. And that's super cool. I hope you are choosing kindness. I hope you are choosing to be really nice. And my good boy Lenny has come in to say, bye-bye, special care. Have a good day today. You a good boy?